Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and by Nigerian time, this is evening, and I'm here to give us a quick broadcast. Now, the title of my broadcast is "Attend Our Meetings with the Administrators of the Kringle Society," and we already know that the administrators within the Kringle Society are no more one. And although it is supposed to be 111,111, we haven't gotten those numbers yet, but then we are building those numbers. And you listening to me could become one of the administrators within the Kringle Society if you are able to meet up with the terms and conditions required. Now, there are some things I have said in previous times, and I'll repeat it again. Now, the reason why I'm actually here is to make you realize that whatsoever decisions that are carried out, it is done on a democratic note. Previously, it was done on an autocratic note. That is, one person made the decisions, and at this point, we have to move forward. Even though the decisions that will be made is not in favor of a member or the other, or even the administration of the Kringle Society, it has to be made if the majority bends into that direction. But one thing I would want you to take note of is that the Kringle Society are to remold the world. There is a way the world is. It is corrupt. The way the world does things are corrupt. Now, that's the original reason blockchain technology came in. Blockchain technology exists to make sure that if you do wrong, your wrong would never be erased. If you do right, your right would never be erased. That's the whole concept of blockchain technology. And it is stored in a distributed ledger. With that concept, some people bought up that idea and used it to create money. Now, it means with one particular note or with one particular coin, it can never be duplicated. It's only one coin with a particular transaction ID and it is unique. No human being can duplicate it. You can channel that energy into voting people, voting elections. You can channel that energy into everything in life. You can channel that energy to blockchain technology and everything you can ever think of. You can channel it to good. You can also channel it to bad. Now, why am I saying all this? It's very simple. From January next year, that's 2021, we can call the Kringle Society a New Testament. Now, that was actually the reason I'm here, and I would have given my title from next month or next year, 2021, that it will become a New Testament within the Kringle Society. Now, a New Testament, I mean, is policies will be modified and a number of things will be changed to the benefit of the whole members within the Kringle Society. Now, briefly, I'm going to highlight some of the things that are going to affect you listening to me if you are a member. Now, if you are not a member and you are prospecting to become a member, it's also going to affect you. So please listen as I slowly itemize them. Number one, the first thing you should kindly take note of is that we work under a protocol, and that protocol is meritocracy. What does meritocracy means? Simple. Meritocracy means you are rewarded based on efforts that you carry out. You see, that's the underlying principle that governs this Kringle society. If you do anything and what you do is not correct, what you do is wrong, it is going to speak for you at the long run. You see, I can say that the Kringle Society is a physical manifestation of the spirit world. Now, before you do anything, you would have thought it out in your heart. You would have decided it in your heart. You would have accomplished it in your heart. And then slowly you begin to materialize those things in the physical. Now, it is the same thing in our community. If you do anything that is wrong, that thing that is wrong at the long run will speak against you. If you do anything that is correct, that thing you did will speak for you in the nearest future. Now, within our community, when we started, we understood how the system began. Now, with a pure intent, the administration, I do not know. But then the mission he came with was a very, very unique mission. And he intended that the entire of humanity will buy into that vision and will also follow the principles that he has laid down. But unfortunately, a good number of people decided to abuse it. And when they abused it, it actually became difficult to correct. But then the administration allowed time to pass, and that time has come where everything that was wrong will be corrected. The first thing that is going to be corrected is what? Accountability. If you are not accountable for the coins you are having, I want you to kindly take note of this. If you are holding at least one TBC coin and above, and you are not accountable for those coins, okay, you are not showing any level of responsibility in holding those coins. Now, what kind of responsibility is required of you? Simple. Being an active member is all that is required of you. Being an active member simply means that you are in one way or the other using Kringle coins as a medium of exchange. Either you are buying or you are selling, but your account has to be active. If your account is not active, then that means you are not showing adequate responsibility in holding those coins. Now, if you would read the public notice, one of the conditions that were there under Article of Association is that those coins are tools. Everything within the Kringle Society are tools, and those tools are used in helping to eradicate poverty on a global scale. That is the truth. Now, if you choose to abuse those tools, if you choose to act like a politician, if you choose to act like a corrupt politician, because a good number of people out there who are politicians, I can say, are corrupt. And the platform, the foundation upon which politics is built on a global scale is laden with corruption. So if you are having that mindset of amassing wealth and then keeping it to make sure that when we get to economy phase, you then suddenly pay your administration fee and then you start using it. Within the Gringo Society, we do not support such kind of principle. Our principle is we are a medium of exchange and we run like currents across members within the Kringle Society. One thing you should note, which I believe a good number of us should know, but if you do not know, let me reiterate. Number one, Kringle coins are not investments, although we appreciate in value over time under agreements, meaning that as we grow into a billion, our value would continue to appreciate until we are a billion, and each person that is coming in is seen as a grain of gold. So therefore, if there are 1 billion people, it means 1 billion grains of gold. But then it is contrary to our principle to have those coins and keep it as an investment package so that as the community grows, so will your coins also appreciate. That is called an abuse. That is called abuse. Now, abusing it means you are not doing anything. Now, our system is an opposite, a 90-degree turn from the existing system. We are building 1 billion people that are responsible and are going to show proper accountability for everything they've done in this our community. So in conclusion, if you are having 1 TBC coin and above, and you are not acting as you should, those coins are not supposed to continue remaining with you. All these things I'm saying are deliberations that are being carried out now within the meeting. And it is expedient that if you are a billionaire in the Kringle Society, you should actually come into that meeting. Now, if you think that your own contribution is that those people who are having those coins should hold on to it and they should not be accountable, there will be a vote. You can make a vote, an open vote. And if you think that you are holding on to the right thing and the majority agrees on holding on to the right thing, then let everyone make votings. When the voting is done, if the majority says that yes, those people came in possibly because they came first, that there should be no reason why those coins should be released or withdrawn from them, and that it's okay for them to show irresponsibility, fine. Then the administration will have no choice. Now, not just one, I mean the group of administration, because I earlier on said it is done under a democratic system. So people will vote openly. If you feel that the first one is a better option, fine. That means those people should hold on to their coins. But in my own opinion, I am not in agreement. Everyone should be on their toes and show proper accountability. What you are giving in the Kringle Society are rewards based on some certain activities or things you do, some of which is paying your administration fee, some of which is attending weekly meetings, some of which is attending daily meetings, some of which is carrying out broadcasts, some of which is engaging in transactions. So there are several things, and there are still things that will be coming up in a short while. So you will classify where you want to belong. And all these things will determine your level within our community. Okay. Now, another thing I would also want you to take note of is from the month of January next year, there will be a new program that will be introduced, and that program is going to be based on a starter level and a millionaire level and then the billionaire level. These are the three categories. You will choose where to belong. If you are a merchant, I would recommend that merchants should begin from the ground up. Now, it's a tree that we are building. You have to master the trend. If you are not able to master the trend, then that means you may choose to remain on the bottom, and that's where you will stay. But then it's needful that you build, you grow, you understand how the system works. So when you start up on the 2 grains of gold, you will grow from there to 4 grains of gold, and then from there you go to 8 grain of gold. And we already know that the 8 grain of gold, we only need 111,111 people that are going to be responsible for those coins. And those people will have at least one whole TBC coin. If you are not having one whole TBC coin, then that means you are not a part of it. And it's a game. It's a game that we are playing. And that game is who comes first and who works harder is rewarded the best. There was a particular instance that was given. That was the parable in the scriptures about the slothful servant. Now, the slothful servant, we all know about it in the book of in the New Testament. It was cited in the book of Matthew, in the book of Mark, and in the book of Matthew, Mark, and Luke. I am not sure if it was cited in the book of John. But then the servants were given 5 talents, 2 talents, and 1 talent. The one with 1 talent refused to what? Take advantage of what he has. He decided to hide it. And then when the master came back, he returned it to him without making any returns. Now, what happened was that the one who made five extra gain, he was given that 1 coin. That is the principle upon which we operate. If you are doing nothing, that which is yours will be withdrawn from you. But if you are doing something, then that means what you have, more will be given to you because you are working. This is the principle. There are so many things that are currently being deliberated upon within the Kringle Society. Today, I am not sharing my screen. I am actually giving out a shout out to everybody. I do not know which category you belong to. Some of you, you are intelligent or smart in your own eyes. We do not work with people who are smart in their own eyes. Smart means you want to take advantage of every opportunity that comes your way in our community. There is no opportunity that will come your way that will not come back and then request for accountability. So, what am I trying to conclude upon? If you are here and you are not the type that wants to stand up and then help in alleviating or helping to eradicate poverty, you are going to find faults in the system as the system builds because the system is looking for 1 billion accountable members, and there will be 3 categories. There will be billionaires. We are recreating the elite, the current financial system using a kind of concept called equity-based financing. As at this point, the system we are using is a debt-based financing where money has no intrinsic value, and a government allows themselves to borrow money from more stable economies, such as the World Banks and the likes. And then they pay back interest over a period of time. In our system, we are not driven by profits. We are driven by quest to help humanity, not for profit making. That is the reason why we are having enough billionaires to be able to sustain the economy, because there will be demands for those coins, and those billionaires should have sufficient coins to be able to give those people that need it, whether you are in the millionaire category or starter category. This is the principle upon which we are building. So you will be the one to decide how to follow up on that principle, whether it's in category A, category B, or category C, which are starters, millionaire, and billionaire, respectively. So I would stop here. But then, please, if you haven't attended our meetings, I think it's high time you began to attend it, especially if you are a billionaire in the Kringle society. Billionaires are not just billionaires by mouth. Billionaires are people that stand up when it's necessary. They act when it's necessary. They think ahead of time. They are people that are resilient. They are very persistent and they are disciplined. So if you do not have these qualities and so much more, check out people like Jack Ma. Jack Ma is an excellent example. If you do not have those kind of qualities, some people are billionaires craftily. They worked themselves up to the level of power using craftiness or building upon the advantages of the elite-based financial system. I can say that those people are not worthy. Now, as our system builds, there is going to be what we call a slow retrogression, slow deterioration of the current system, because when people see that things are done as they should be, I want you to know that there can't be two masters on earth. It's either one is a master and one is a servant. As at this point, as the community grows into 1 billion, so also will economic power begin to roll and then hover around the Kringle society. Political power will also begin to revolve around our numbers because we are responsible, accountable, and sensible. So decide the path you choose, but make a good choice. Do not make the wrong choice. All right? I will stop here for now. So thank you very much if you have listened. Please, if you are coming into my channel for the first time, subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up if you think this video made sense to you. And I'll be coming your way again by this time, possibly tomorrow or some other time. Cheers and do have a wonderful day. God bless you. Bye for now.